Hi guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. For today's video, we are playing around with the Sultry palette. Now I know this palette has been out for quite a while, a year, maybe two, who knows. I was really tempted to go out and buy one of the new Norvina kind of like big like volume palettes with they're all colorful and things like that, but I just thought like they're $120 and I'll use it very infrequently. But Sephora had their 20% off sale and I'd been eyeing this off for a while, and it's all neutrals. And I'm like, guys, I'm a neutrals girl. As much as I try to really kind of be creative and try new colorful looks and things like that, it's just not me. I feel like my groove and my like sweet spot is right in the neutral zone. Don't get me wrong, I still will do a few colorful looks here and there, but I am just all for neutral. I mean, not that this is wearable, but I mean going out looks. Not everyone's gonna be wearing a bright purple or blue or pink eye look, but this is very soft, smoky, sultry, and glam, which is right up my alley and what I'm all about. And since playing with this palette, I think I like it better than soft glam. Oh, I can't believe I'm gonna say that. I am all for warm, neutral colors. It is basically all I buy, but I haven't really had an all kind of neutral or cool tone palette before this. And now that I have it, I'm like, damn, I think I like the cool tones. I am a cool toned kind of skin complexion as it is. All the foundations that I pick up, bronzers, because I'm so fair, I always go for something that's really kind of cool toned. So I feel like this is really kind of working for me and I am living for it. So we're gonna jump right into this tutorial. If you are new here, hi, my name is Ashley, welcome. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button before you leave and give this video a big like thumbs up, especially if you're a big neutrals girl, just like me. Okay, so you guys have already seen, I've done my brows, obviously. I've just carved them out. They're not completely done. I'm going to put some gel in them at the end, but this is just what we're working with at the moment, just to frame the eyes. For our eyeshadow base, I'm going in with my Nars. This is my smudge proof eyeshadow base. It's in the tinted version. I feel like it does a much better job at priming the eyes than concealer does, in my opinion anyway. We're going to prime the eyes, and I'm just going to apply this over the entire lid space. I'm just going to blend that out with just a sponge. This one is just from Nikkia Joy Cosmetics. I'm just going to blend that all the way up to the brow bone. We're going to go in with Dystopian. Dystopian here. Whoop. So I'm just using like stamping, pressing motions. I'm trying to keep this in my crease area. I don't want to blow it up too much because we're going to blend it out. I don't want it to be super, like this to be like a super, super dark look. But I do want this in the crease at the beginning. I'm kind of relaxing my eyes so I know that I'm not going too far above. Okay, so you don't want to bring it like way up here at the moment, because this look, if you do that, it's going to end up being like super, super dark. So all we've been doing is just tapping motions, trying not to blend too much at the moment. We're just basically just building up that pigment in the crease. So once we've got that base down, I'm going to go in with the shade Birch. So this is just Birch here. So I've just picked up that on my brush. I'm going to begin to blend out the edges of Dystopian. I'm going to hold my brush relatively close to like the kind of bristle area, and I'm going to go half over Dystopian. So I'm not taking it all the way up here. It's like this area here just to blend the edges. So I'm going half over the edge of Dystopian. I'm going to run it over in like small circular motions. A little bit patchy here, but we'll go in and re-deepen things up in a minute. I'm going to make sure to take this colour right into that inner corner. I've been kind of doing this lately and I've been really liking how it looks. So Dystopian's probably not blending out as well as I maybe would have liked it to. I'm going to go back in now with a bit more of that Dystopian shade, and I'm going to begin to re-deepen up this crease area. Again, I'm just using those stamping, tapping motions as well. I'm going to tap and blend it up a little bit higher, just so the transition into Birch is a little bit more seamless. Back in with a little bit more Birch to lightly diffuse those edges. So I'm going to go in and we're going to cut the crease, and then we're going to apply one of the shimmer shades. And probably deepen up with a little bit of black, but that's what we're working with at the moment. So we're going to cut the crease. So I'm just taking out a bunch of the eyeshadow base onto the back of my hand. This is the Morphe E19 brush. E19 brush, and I'm going to pick that up, saturate both sides really well, flatten out the bristles so they're really like flat and pointed, if you know what I mean. So that's what we're doing there. So my kind of tip when doing this is I like to create a line along the lower lash line, and then I'm going to look up, well, look straight ahead first, and then look up, and then we've got our little cut crease mark. So I'm going to just fill this in and tap on it as I go. So that's kind of the overall shape. And then I'm just going to use the brush to kind of pat that across. So patting it out so there's not like a heap clumpy chunky bits anywhere. Just like that. And then I'm just going to grab this finger and I'm just going to use that to tap that line out, but I am going to extend this in here. That's what we are looking at like now. So while this is still tacky, I'm going to go in with our lid shade. I think we're going to go in with Cinder. I'm just going to work this over the middle portion. Ooh, yes, it's so pretty. Lid, I think we're going to put Pearl through the front. Okay, so when we get at the top here, I'm going to move on to a flatter brush. I'm just going to take that right up to that cut crease. It's a really, really chunky shade, but the payoff is gorgeous. It's really, really pretty. We're going to work on this outer edge before we bring a little bit of Pearl into, no, let's do Pearl now. So I'm going to place Pearl in the inner corner area and blend into Cinder. Okay. Now we're going to work on the outer corner. So I'm going to go back in with Dystopian and I'm going to pounce that along the edge of Cinder. It doesn't really want to blend over the top. I'm going to use a bit more of a swippery motion. Yeah, it's going very slowly. Now we're going to go in with a little bit of Noir, which is the black from the palette. Okay, so I finished off this eye a little bit, but I realized that it wasn't going there. We're going to go in on this eye now, and I'm just going to pick up a little bit of Noir. I'm just going to basically like just coat the brush in it, and I'm going to begin to basically build up just in this crease, the V area here, and along the lash line. So I want the most pigment to be along the lash line and out here. So we create a semi like V shape. So we create this kind of like cut through the lid. And then I'm just going to feather it into the crease. Now if you notice that it kind of sags down a little bit, don't worry, because we're going to go in and use a wipe and we're going to cut that right up here. So don't worry about it looking a bit droopy or anything. You just want the deepness to be there. Then I'm going to pick up a little more of Dystopian, and I'm going to just pat that just over the edges of Noir where we cut onto the lid, because I want that to be a really soft blend. I'm also going to bring Noir along the lower lash line here to smoke it. I'm not going to do any liner. I'll do a bit of liner just on the inner corner, but I'm not going to bring it out because I want it to be really smoky. So I'm going to make sure to bring Noir along there. I'm going to take the tiniest little bit of Birch now as well. I just feel like it needs a bit of a softer blend along that creasy area. So I'm just going to blend that along there too. More of a softer gradient. Okay, so this is what the eyes are looking like now. I'm going to go and get a wipe. I'm just going to clean up under my eyes and do my base like face makeup, and then we'll come back to the eyes. Okay, so we're back. I have finished off pretty much my base makeup. I've still got to do some highlighter. But the base kind of is done. I'm just going to run around the edges of the look. I did use some micellar water to kind of give me that angled cut. So I do want to diffuse it out just a little bit so it's a little bit more cut but soft rather than like a full-on cut. So let's do that now. Nothing on the brush whatsoever. Ooh, what's that? Oh, flaky skin. I have such flaky skin at the moment. I don't know what is going on. Anyway. So I'm going to start off with the lower lash line. Again, like I said, there's nothing on there. This is just residual kind of shadow from when we blended everything out. And I'm just going to continue on that. I'm going to push up as well. Because I don't want to bring it down. I just want to soften the edge. So I'm just pushing up in that cut a little bit. I'm going to pick up Sigma E25 and I'm going to go back in with Birch. And I'm going to begin to run this along. Really dusty, the shadow, along that lower lash line, taking it down basically to where I've got this like first line of like bags of my eye, and I'm gonna run it down to about there. So that kind of links up then with the outer corner. I'm gonna go in with a liner brush. This is a PK45 brush. It's just like an angled liner brush. So I'm just going to pick up the tiniest little bit of Birch and mix it in with Dystopian. So I've got a kind of combination on the tip of this brush. And I'm going to go in and kind of run this along the lash line. You pick it up and then lay it flat on your eye, like along your eye here. So it won't fall down too much. And then slightly feather it down a little bit. And then we're going to take that little bitty brush that we took Noir on earlier, and I'm going to pick that up and I'm going to run that right on the outer corner of my eye here, just to link up this kind of swoop. And then back in with Birch again, just to really buff everything out and make it really smoky. I don't know what lashes to use. I've got these ones from Koko. I know we haven't finished. I've still got to put on my highlighter and stuff, but I think I want to put my lashes on first. But I don't know if these are going to be too big. Like I just don't want the entire look to be covered with the lash, if you know what I mean. I did like a huge lash cull over this kind of period because I had so many manky ones. I'm going to have to do them. That's all I've got. Before we go into that, I'm going to pick up that angled brush that we were using earlier with Dystopian and Birch on it, or with Dystopian, and I'm going to pick up Dystopian and a tiniest little bit of Noir as well. And I'm just going to run this along the upper lash line because I don't want to go in with liquid liner. So I'm just going to press this along all the way into that inner corner. This will help to give the lashes something to stick onto too. It still keeps it really nice and smoky and sultry, if you will. I'm going to quickly chuck on some mascara and my lashes and I'll be right back. Okay, so lashes are on. These are the Girl About Town lashes from Koko Lashes. I just applied a quick coat of mascara to the top and bottom lashes as well. I'm going to go in now. I'm going to highlight the skin. I'm going to go in with my Becca. This is my Moonstone highlighter. It's great for fair skin. I'm going to go in with this is a Mecca Cosmetica highlight brush. I'm just going to highlight the tops of my cheekbones and then we'll go in and do inner corner and also the brow bone too. Bad bit of like flaky skin here, and I don't know if I pick it off, it's going to leave like that transferred mark. Like it's going to lose the coverage there. Oh no, it's fine. Awesome. Cool. I'm going to go in and highlight the inner corner too. Just picking up a pencil brush. I'm just going to place that in the inner corner. Just buff it around a little bit. I'm going to go in and do our, eyebrow hair. It's just crazy. I'm going to go in and just do the tops of my brow bone as well. I am going to highlight also just down the tip of my nose and just down the bridge as well. I got this little lip kit as well, which I am going to do a swatches video on next after this video, but I think I'm going to cheat and use the lip like gloss out of this one. This is Nude, as in N-O-O-D. It's not a liquid lipstick, it's just a gloss. This is a nice gloss. Now, if you did want to go all out, you could probably tightline and do your lower waterline as well to really smoke up this look even further. But I have my contacts in at the moment and they really, really don't go well if I start messing around my lower waterline. So I have just left that as is for today. But feel free to put a little bit of black liner, or if you wanted to even do like a nude waterline as well to really brighten it up, that is an awesome option too. But this is the finished look that I created. I think it is pretty dope. With that all being said, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave me a big like, thumbs up, subscribe down below if you haven't already. Be kind to one another, and I will see you all in my next video. Mwah! Bye guys.